You're watching Q in the streets. Q in the streets. Said you're watching Q in the
It's Q in the street. I love everybody here. They've been good to me.
It's Tashina Arnold, and it's Q in the street.
I love that.
For Q in the streets, you need to make sure you go to his bio right now and click that link, okay?
What's up, y'all? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Q. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to.
Hey, y'all, what's going on? It's your boy Q, back in the building with another video. Before I start, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell so that you can be notified when I, your boy Q, drop a video. I know y'all trying to figure out, Q, why you got this mask on your face? Y'all already know why. Coronavirus is getting real. And then look at me coughing right after I talk about coronavirus, going straight. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, how y'all holding up in the quarantine? Y'all doing all right? Chasing Reality family, checking in. Before I start, make sure you guys get my new shirt that is released, my new shirt brand, Dream Again. And basically, you know, I put this shirt out. Well, I put it out now because a lot of us are in the house and a lot of us have basically forgot about our dreams. And you know, I feel like God kind of positioned us to kind of dust off some dreams and some things that we kind of just put up on the shelf. And I felt like I put this shirt out just to dream again, because a lot of times we get so caught up in our everyday lives of taking care of our loved ones, taking care of our families, and so on and so on, making sure business is up to par so that we can live. And then sometimes we forget to dream. So, I put this shirt out to dream again. So this shirt will be in the description bar down below. Click the link down below. And also make sure you guys get my 50 Days of Affirmation, my Dear Dreamer book, written and produced by me. You guys have seen it in Chasing Dallas. Shout out to Chasing Dallas once again for putting my book in episode 1. So yeah, get it. I love it. It is pretty dope. I just talk about, just some quotes to kind of put you guys along the trail of chasing your dreams and doing whatever it is that you want to do. Let's get into this episode of Chasing Dallas. This episode was so good. I don't even know what episode and what the title of this episode was even called. Chasing Dallas. Y'all brought the house down with this freaking episode. Oh my gosh. It was 30 minutes of just straight up goodness. It was 30 minutes of just, oh my gosh, the looks, the color, the ups and downs, the music, the drama. The scenes were perfect. Okay, so first of all, I have nothing bad to say about this episode. I think this is probably one of the most well-produced episodes of the Chasing Reality franchise, period. Is that a stretch, or can I kind of go up and say that? Am I by myself? I don't know. This episode was just good. And let me tell you why it was good. It was good because we saw every single cast member. We saw everybody. We saw Carrie D. We saw George, Markel, Ariel, Dior, Styles by Howard, Reese. We saw everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I felt like it was great. It was the green screens look better than Love and Hip Hop this week. Shout out to production. Like, this was just a good episode. Y'all did that. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's kind of just talk about the 3 main topics of what happened in this particular episode. So the storyline, so the episode starts out with Carrie D. Carrie D, first of all, can we just talk about how polished Carrie D is, and some of you guys may see Carrie D as boring or like, oh, he's not good for the show because he's not like controversial or nothing like that. He may not be controversial or he may not be those things, but just the way that he just like me as a producer, and I look from the other eye, not only as a fan because I am now a fan of the show. It's like the way he set that scene up was just so well produced. Shout out to Reese and shout out to the production. The lighting, just the ambiance of the studio was expensive. It looked like TV. It looked like quality work. It looked like, okay, he invested into his craft. It looked like he was in like a big Hollywood studio. It looked like, you know what, I take what I do very serious. And me as a creative, I can appreciate that because it just colors the scene so much more. You know what I'm saying? And it just makes the character that much beautiful when your stuff looks polished and well put together and it don't look like, y'all ever watch a scene and it's just kind of like, ooh, we just want so much more for her. You know what I'm saying? Now, if anything, I think we could maybe spice up Carrie D's character a little bit, but at the same time, he ain't really been tried like that so far on the season. So far what we know is he is very talented. He's always plugging his friend Lyndon. So we love somebody who's not selfish. We know the song, don't slow me, blow your mind. Like it's kind of a jingle that we could hear on like a international like radio platform. And me being a music head and being, you know, someone you know, a music background, I can appreciate you giving me a real scene. I can appreciate like even the producer that you guys had in the studio. I was looking through some of the comments. You know, I'm guessing he's a well-known producer. Me as a creative, I appreciate that scene, Carrie D. I appreciate what you bring to the franchise because yeah, it may not be turning up and it may not be this and it may not be that, but you make our platform so much more pitch worthy. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, this whole entire episode looked so good that Chasing Atlanta better step their cookies up because this was a very well produced episode. And y'all probably feel like I'm just like ranting and going on about it. But the reason that I'm just giving it so much hype is because this is what I know the franchise should be producing at all times. And so I know sometimes y'all feel like, oh, Q always hard on production, but it's like, no, this is the quality of work that I feel like the franchise as a whole, I'm just not talking about Chasing Dallas, I'm talking about as a whole, should be putting out. So when I see that episode, I feel like Chasing Dallas can't put out nothing less than what y'all put out this week. And Chasing Atlanta has to step it up, and I hope they do. Me being out here in LA, I'm gonna view the show as well. I'm gonna view Chasing Atlanta. So me being out here, the quality is gonna have to be that much higher than what they put out last night. Cause to be honest, I just woke up this morning. Oh yeah, shout out to the Cats Meow, and I forgot the other person. They wrote me on Twitter. It was like early this morning. I wake up early I wake up early every morning, like 6 o'clock. So I was just kind of like scrolling on Twitter, and around like 7, they kind of like hit me up and was like, "Yo, Q, we waiting on your review." And I was just like, okay. So y'all kind of bullying me to kind of get up and do what I had to do. But anyways, Chasing Dallas, so glad that I actually did get up. Like y'all episode, and I'm gonna tell y'all, this episode was so good, I watched it twice. I literally just watched it twice. Literally, not lying. I ain't even had breakfast yet. Yes, I did. I had a snack, and I'm gonna tell y'all when I had my snack. All right, so moving forward. So we good on to the next scene. So the first scene, you know, the whole Carrie D situation, not too much, but it was enough to kind of just, you know, get us entered into the scene. So scene 2, it got to start off with the OG. So, you know, King Kane is in the building. They go to this place called what? Taco Mas or Taco Y Mas, Taco Y Mama, something, I don't know. So King Kane and Dior. Y'all, I don't know why this scene was so intense to me. It was kind of like, do y'all remember the scene with Akeem? Not Akeem. No, God knows. No, God. Ooh, no, not Akeem. But do y'all remember the scene with Skye and Cameron? When how that scene was so intense. Watching Dior and King Kane, I don't know if it was as intense to anybody else, but to me, it was like watching NeNe and Kenya. And let me tell you why. I say NeNe because NeNe is like the OG of the show. She's the King Kane is the OG. Kenya is that girl where she's not going to be played. She's very well put together. We know Dior is a very well put together guy. He has this big family who backs him up. Very successful guy. I feel like once he sees what this franchise does for him, like I really see him being, if he stays with it, and not only just being a part of the franchise, it's really like opening up salons and kind of just being like a really big name behind it. But outside of that, I just really see two bosses sitting at the table fussing. So to me, I was like, ooh, this scene was so good because it was like cat and mouse, cat and mouse, cat and mouse. And every single time you thought one had said something, you'd be like, ooh. Then Kane say something, you'd be like, ooh. Then Dior would say something, you'd be like, ooh. It was just so good, y'all. It was just so, that was good. I don't know who's behind the camera, but that was good. All right, so let's break the scene down. So at first when they was talking about the whole situation, and I was just like, I know King Kane can't get mad over no game, right? Of F, marry, and have sex. Is it F, marry, kill? F, marry, kill. So at first I was just like, I know Kane wouldn't really get mad over a game like that because I see Kane to be like a very fun and vibrant and kind of like a free spirit, go with the flow kind of person. But then when I sat back and thought about it, I want you guys as viewers to remember that when you on this platform, everything that we post, every conversation, you have to be skeptical. So when people are asking you questions about the show, you got to remember people are always screen recording, waiting for somebody to stand up to the producers and everything else like that. So I had to look at it from talent and not only as a viewer. Because as a viewer, I would be like, well, I know Kane ain't get mad over nothing like that. But as talent, I had to look back and I would be like, But at the same time, I would check it just to make sure. Because if it's somebody out there who we throwing shade and you doing little cute stuff like some of these girls on this particular franchise like to do, you know what I'm saying? If you doing little slick stuff, ooh, child, because I'm trying to throw shade, I'm up here about to get lost. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I know Kane wasn't going to get mad over something like that. But anyways, on the flip side of that, I could kind of see where he was coming from of wanting to check it on camera. Because it's kind of like, well, let me make sure that you're not throwing no shade and I don't know about it. So I'ma just be honest. I honestly feel that Dior is still pissed about not getting an invite to Kane's, party. And then to add fuel to the fire, I honestly felt like, when Dior made a comment about his kid being there, being there alone, he felt like, well, was you trying to set my kid up? So that's what I said. I was just like, ooh, because it was just like, okay. But then Kane turns around and he had a lot to say, First of all, I love how simple Kane's green screen is, but it's orange. That orange just like makes your skin freaking pop so much, Kane. It's just like, Kane just looked like a sexy professor, who's just like really dressed up. And you like always think like, he just looked like he like really nasty. Like that's what Kane gives me. But anyways, we are moving right along. So in that whole little argument, they had a lot to say. And then, King Kane was talking about him being dressing up in the whole boxing outfit. It was just a really good scene. And I was just like, wow, there's really something deeper that, you know, even when they just, so even Dior was just like, well, I had to make sure that I wasn't drunk. So I didn't want to make, so, you know, now I can go get me a drink. And so when they broke off, it was just like, that was a very intense scene. So I don't know what's going on between King Kane and Dior. Great scene, very well produced. I don't have a dog in that fight, but if you're a fan of the show, drop down in the comments to let me know, are you team King Kane or are you team Dior? I'm just here reviewing the show. I don't have a dog in the fight, but what I will say is it was a very good scene. Let's get into Miss Imani Van Zap. Imani Van Zap, can we talk about how beat? This whole episode was so good from start to finish. I don't know if because y'all are in the quarantine, y'all had a little bit of time to like put a little extra producing in the scene this week or whatever, but Imani Van Zap looks so freaking good. This little shave, her head is more shaved than mine. Y'all see my little shadow coming in? She had a little swoop to the side. Yes, I was like, Imani Van Zap, that's what we are here for. Was she not shading the girls in her little green screen? But was she not telling the truth though? It was just like everything that Imani Van Zap was saying. Y'all know how like even down to Ariel, and I love Ariel, but y'all know how Ariel has had a few moments this season where we like, woo, ee, whew. But it's like, oh, we love her, but it's just like, she got them moments where it's like, you know how your grandma like, come in the house, baby, sit on my lap, let me talk to you about that. Like, you can't do that, but it's like, we love her, but it's just like the fact that Imani Van Zap says it is the fact, is why we love and appreciate her. Could y'all see Imani Van Zap hosting a reunion? Do you guys feel like she could be able to hold the reunion down by herself? Because Imani Van Zap is a new character to the franchise, but do you guys feel like she's bold enough to actually hold down to be the host of the reunion? I'm gonna put hope in my good old sis, Imani Van Zap. I think I'm gonna might have to cast my vote for Imani Van Zap. I feel like I know my boy Eric, and Eric, I apologize if this, you know, it's all love when I say this. But I really feel that Eric has what it takes, and it's time that we give some new talent some time and a place to shine, because kind of like when we pick these people, no shade to any previous host of any platform, but I'm saying it across the board. We even just seen the same situation that happened with Claudia Jordan. It's just like we give these people with these big platforms and they always continue to drop the ball. So I feel like Imani Van Zap has what it takes to host the reunion for Chasing Dallas reunion. I love that they gave her whole 3 minutes too. I hope that, and I love the other advertisement. Don't get me wrong, Reese. I love the other advertisement, but I love the fact that she got to break down everybody, and she even threw a little bit of shade at herself. I love that Imani Van Zap had her full 3 minutes, and she didn't have to share her time with anybody. She didn't have to do any of that stuff. She didn't have to rush. You know, she had on a sickening outfit. I felt like her outfit was giving me Kenya Moore. Y'all know how, was it Kenya Moore who said, when she showed up to the table and she was just like, I gotta show up looking good because you never know when you have to read a B? That's what Imani Van Zap was giving me. All right, so let's get on. We're gonna move on along into the episode. Reese G's birthday party. Reese. Y'all got to stand on y'all feet for production, for just that whole second half of the scene. First of all, the whole episode. But this Reese's birthday party, and I don't know if this Reese just hyping her scene up and making sure she outshined the whole franchise. However, it was just such a good scene that I give y'all so much slack that I have to give y'all praise, and I give y'all a standing ovation. That was the most well put together scene that we've seen in a long time. Hell, even on real international TV. Hell, even freaking Love and Hip Hop is giving us, you know, their backgrounds is looking like my backgrounds right now. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I mean, for real. So for them to put out such a great scene, Reese, shout out to y'all. That's why we just give y'all, this scene was just dope. Reese's birthday party, 29th birthday. Happy birthday, Reese. I don't remember when your birthday was, or I don't know when it is, but it happened on the show last night. So because the scene was so hype, I felt like I was celebrating with you. So shout out to you, Reese G. One thing before I get started breaking down this whole scene, before I start, you know, breaking down person by person, was it me? Did I see that y'all put Wooda Lee in this scene and it says Reese's friend? Is he not on the show anymore too? Like, does he one scene get a scene, next scene don't get a scene? Wooda, drop down in the comments and let me know. I need some answers. I need some questions answered. I know it wasn't just me. Somebody else seen it. Wooda, is Wooda a cast member or is he not? I'm just like, what's happening over here? All right, so let's go ahead and break down the scene. So the scene opens up with Markel. It's just like, oh gosh. Markel is just that person that you just invite. I ain't gonna ride Markel too much, and the person watching know why I'm not even gonna give to Markel too much, but all I'm gonna say was, when Markel come on the screen, all I could think about is Candy Light. Moving on from Markel, shout out to Markel, and I think it was Premiere. Oh my God. So before I move on, I'm gonna come back to that part. Shout out to Carrie D for picking Premiere as his love interest for that scene. When I tell y'all Premiere is just big, Premiere just ooh wee, Carrie D, yes, Carrie D. I really hope that the video is finished and you put it out. I really hope that you ask Premiere to take his shirt off. George, y'all know George is my Chasing Dallas husband. Don't kill me, but when I just, ooh. But anyways, shout out to, let's go back to where I was. Shout out to Markel and Carrie D, Markel and Premiere for bringing the cake and the liquor and getting everybody turned up. So that was really cute. Soon as I was getting ready to open up my mouth and say, the episode is good, but it's missing something, George comes on the scene. I immediately, as soon as I seen George, I paused the show. And I paused the show because I felt like the show was getting ready to be intensified. I felt like the show was getting ready to go up a notch because I don't know what the shade is with Reese and why we not getting a lot of screen time with George, but George is a good little sprinkle to the show. It's just like he's like that icing on the cake. Like he's just like really good stuff for the show, in my opinion. Because soon as he came on the show, he wasn't even on the scene for not even 10 seconds straight. Now this is after I had went and fixed me a little bowl of Frosted Flakes. Got my Frosted Flakes, jumped back in the bed. I told y'all it was early this morning when I woke up. Jumped back in the bed, push play. George comes on the screen. Y'all know that's my Chasing Dallas husband. He had on, I think he had on a similar sweater to the sweater that I had on, I think it was like I think it was my first season. I think it was in like the bloopers. I'm gonna try to find it. If I can find it, I'm gonna try to plug it in. Hey guys, what's going on? Y'all are I need a little tongue twister. I'm ready. George and I had on the same sweater. But anyways, he wasn't even on the scene for 10 seconds. So George jumped on the scene and he was already shading the event. He was just like yeah, well, Reese didn't invite me to the party. That's another thing, Reese. You didn't invite, you don't be inviting George to the scenes. We don't see him a lot. And you didn't invite him to the birthday party. What's really going on? I'm calling it out. If Imani Van Zap is hosting a reunion, Miss Imani Van Zap, I want you to ask Reese G, what is the shade towards George? My husband, George. George, husband, I got your back. Reese, I'm calling you out. I want to know what's the shade. So George lets us know that he ain't getting invited to the thing, and he lets us know that it was a free event, y'all. When George said that Premier and his other friends invited him to Reese's free event, his birthday event, his free event, I almost lost my mind. That was so funny, and that's why I love George, because that's so churchy, and that's just like so Southern shade. It's just like, oh girl, you invite me to, girl, you didn't even send me an invite to your little free event, but you got a flyer for it, but it's free. Like, that's so Southern, and if you from the South, you understand why I think that's funny, because that's so Phaedra Parks. It's just like so high class, like, oh girl, please. But at the same time, even though George is funny, it was still a dope-ass event, Reese G. So, but baby, let me tell y'all, the next scene took my life away, took the breath out of my body. When I seen Trey Womack fling that hair, y'all couldn't have bought me for 15 cents. Trey Womack. See, I'm gonna be honest with you, Trey Womack. Trey Womack last week, I honestly was just like, oh, I don't know if Trey Womack gonna be good for the franchise, because, you know, when he did the scene with his friends, you know, the little couch scene, I like Trey Womack. I think he's a great person. But when it comes to TV, I think on another level. I'm thinking of like TV. I was just, like, he give me like real Candy Burris. Y'all know how Candy Burris is just like, she a coin girl, but she not, you know, she not like good TV, but she's good TV. But if you crank her up, she'll give you good TV. Trey Womack done been in a fight like Candy. You know, she be wearing her red bottoms. I done seen her on Snapchat. She got a big, nice house, but all that, but she will turn up, like, so that's what Trey Womack give me. But y'all know Candy is also the girl where she will dress up for a scene. She love a theme. When Trey Womack spinned around, y'all, and I saw him in them flats, and he was a little knock-kneed, like he had on stockings, I said, yes! Whoo, baby, when I tell y'all couldn't have bought me for 15 cents, I said, oh, baby, I'm in here. And y'all know I'm in Cali, so I had to wait, and if you know what the fill in the blank is, then you already know. I had to, because I was just like, oh, it's getting better and better and better. This was the best. Oh, my gosh, y'all killed this. Oh, my gosh, so the next person. Oh, and then Trey Womack talking about this my first time dressing up. And everybody looking like, Trey, how? Because, baby boy, you killed this. I mean, he had a booty. He was snatched in the waist. Trey Womack, you did that. Y'all, when King came onto the screen, and he came on giving me real her vibes with the big shades and the sparky hair, old school vibes. Y'all know King Kane give you like sexy old school daddy, skinny daddy, but with a big dangalang anyway. And it's just like King Kane. I was just like, wow, King Kane. When he came onto the screen, I was just like, what is his Cash App? I want to just throw I just want to just like throw him at the screen like, yes, Kane, like, that's what I felt like doing. Like, I wanted to throw some wands. I wanted to throw some coins at him. I was like really wrapped into the performance. So King Kane, when he came onto the screen, killed it like I knew he would. He really then when the music started bopping, he and I hear him say on his YouTube channel a lot, like he rocked with his cock out. So when I saw him doing it, I was like, okay, this is what he talks about. Like, he really is that bitch. Like, that's who he is. Who was the next person that came out? Ariel. Ariel, let me tell you something. Okay, so King Kane's energy had already had wrapped me up in a mood. I was in the bed. I was like, Okay, wait a minute. When Ariel came on the screen, I have to agree with my husband George. So I can just see me and my husband George. Y'all see my husband George right here, just laid up in the bed with me watching the show. When Ariel came onto the screen, and I felt like George, he was like, Jesus. I just like laid back, and Ariel, all I saw was busting wide open, busting wide open, busting out. I was just like, okay. Like Ariel's ass was just shaking all across the screen. I just felt like Ariel. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Greatness. Like the energy was high. You came out looking bad. Out in the editing, Dario, shout out to the editing. I felt like it was a music video. I felt like whoever song that was should have just had you included into the music video, because the ending was like bop, bop, bop. The hair was good. Everything was good. Speaking of people who was good, baby, I was just like, okay, like my energy is high. Where can we go from here? Y'all know at an old school party, when we partying so high, we have to go old school. When Trey Womack came out in that hat and it was to the side, bitch, you couldn't have bought me for 15 cents. And let me tell you why. Trey Womack came tipping out there. I was like, go Mary, go Mary, go Mary, go Mary, go Mary. Like, I just knew Trey Womack was about to give me some kicks. Trey Womack, you get the MVP award for me. Now, I feel like if I would have got this invitation in the mail, I probably would have been a little bit skeptical. I'd have been like, I've never really dressed up for that. I've been to a drag show probably twice in my life with Enrique Damani Dickerson. You guys have seen him on my radio show, Q in the Streets in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been with him. So when Dior talks about his families and his house and all that stuff, I always think about him, the Dickersons in Atlanta, because, I know about Enrique. But anyways, child, when Womack came on this scene, all I could think about was go Mary. So I've never been to a show, but seeing Trey Womack just let loose and have fun made me want to I was like, you know what? I would have wanted to find somebody to make me involved, because Trey Womack just made it look so freaking fun. Trey Womack, congrats to you. Thank you for bringing laughter. That was just so much fun seeing you do that. That was dope. Dior, when Dior started singing the Max, I forgot what song it was. It was something about the P word and the P eat me out, something. I was just like, ooh, Dior. Ooh. Dior looked like he got a... I'm sorry, George, but geez. Dior, sheesh. Anyways, so the ending of the night was Reese G doing Dorinda Clark Code. Now, if you like me and you know, I keep looking out the window, y'all, because it's starting to rain out here in these San Diego streets. It's so beautiful while we are quarantined in. Anyways, Reese G, the end of the night, ended it off with Dorinda Clark Code. I'm a church baby, so Reese G, that gave me everything I needed. Started my morning off with a little... with a little boppity bop. I felt a little praise. Reese G, I could feel your energy through the TV. I was just like, oh, he felt that. I felt like, when Premier was talking his green screen, he was just like, Reese G, it's really something about, when you feel the spirit, it just really takes over you. And I could feel that. I could feel the energy through Reese, through his performance. I really could. Reese, happy birthday. The energy was dope. Then at the end, you started twerking, and it was kind of like a weekend. It was kind of like, Kane started us off all nasty. Then we went, we started twerking with Ariel, and then we went old school with Trey Womack, Go Mary. Then we went to Dior. We had one more round of sex because, we's always good for round two. Then the next morning we get up for church, and that's what we did with Reese G. It was a great night, and then y'all know after we eat on a Sunday afternoon, we still had a little bit of leftovers, still enough to do the electric slide. That was Reese, jamming at the end. And this is what made the episode so much Great. So this is what made the episode such a good episode, because it gave us so many levels. We were engaged. It was high energy. It was on time. It was just perfect. Now my review is late, but the episode was on time. Now I am excited to see next week. Now, even though we didn't get to see Styles by Howard in this episode, we did get to see him in the trailer, which still keeps us involved with all of the cast members. And Styles by Howard is calling out Queen Mother herself, Reese G. So, and Dior is sitting back like the proud father that he is, and watching his little baby, Styles by Howard, go at it with the Queen Madame, Reese G herself. That excites us, because you really get to see like gay families stick up for each other, and so on and so on. Chasing Dallas, this was a great freaking episode right here, boy. Woo, this is the best. This content right here will keep me engaged, will keep everybody engaged. And I feel like this is one thing I do want to say to the cast members. Make sure that you guys are sharing on your social media platforms and everything like that. It's really so much I can do, because, you know, I was on Chasing Atlanta, and Chasing Atlanta's not on right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm in LA, so I really only can promote from here. Let's get Chasing Reality subscribers past 50,000 subscribers. I feel like the franchise, I feel like if all of the cast members share a little bit more, push a little bit more, tag the page a little bit more, then we can, you know, let's help do this as a family. I feel like we can do it. Make sure you guys get my shirt, Dream Again, and also make sure you guys get a copy of my book, my 50 Days of Affirmation. I will put the link in the description bar below. Chasing Reality family, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Chasing Dallas. Follow me on all of my social media sites at Quentin T. Harris. Peace. Love you guys.